Have you ever wondered how the United States decides on the tariff rates it imposes on other countries? Tariffs, essentially taxes on imported goods, play a significant role in international trade and can influence global economic relationships. Welcome to the Finance Doctor, your go-to hub for everything finance. Whether you're looking to master your personal budget, grow your investments, or stay updated on the latest financial trends, we've got you covered with easy-to-understand tips and insights. In this video, we'll delve into the methods the U.S. employs to calculate these tariffs, focusing on the recent approaches under President Donald Trump's administration. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. The traditional approach to tariffs. Historically, the U.S. has set tariff rates based on a variety of factors, including trade agreements, negotiated deals between countries that determine specific tariff rates, industry protection, safeguarding domestic industries from foreign competition by imposing higher tariffs on certain goods, retaliatory measures, responding to unfair trade practices by other nations. These decisions typically involved comprehensive analyses by economists and trade experts, considering the potential impact on both domestic markets and international relations. A shift in methodology. The Trump administration's formula. In 2025, President Donald Trump's administration introduced a new, more straightforward formula for determining tariff rates. This approach was primarily centered on the trade deficit the U.S. had with each country. The formula can be broken down as follows. 1. Calculate the trade deficit. Determine the difference between the value of goods imported from a country and the value of goods exported to that same country. 2. Divide by total imports. Take the trade deficit figure and divide it by the total value of imports from that country. 3rd, have the result. The resulting number is then divided by 2 to arrive at the tariff rate percentage. For instance, if the U.S. had a trade deficit of $50 billion with country X and imported $100 billion worth of goods from them, the calculation would be $50 billion trade deficit divided by $100 billion total imports equals 0.5. 0.5 divided by 2 equals 0.25 or 25% tariff rate. This method was intended to address and reduce trade imbalances by imposing higher tariffs on countries with which the U.S. had larger trade deficits. Implications of the new tariff calculations. The implementation of this formula led to significant changes in tariff rates for various countries. China faced a 34% tariff due to its substantial trade surplus with the U.S. Vietnam, subjected to a 46% tariff, reflecting its trade dynamics with the U.S. European Union, encountered a 20% tariff under the new system. Smaller economies, such as Lesotho, also experienced disproportionately high tariffs, highlighting the broad application of this formula. Rationale behind the formula. The administration's primary goal was to reduce the U.S. trade deficit by making imports more expensive and, consequently, encouraging domestic consumption of locally produced goods. President Trump emphasized the need for other countries to eliminate their trade surpluses with the U.S., aiming for more balanced trade relationships. This formula was designed to be simple and transparent, avoiding the complexity of traditional tariff-setting mechanisms that relied on negotiations, economic impact studies, and multilateral trade agreements. Instead, it provided a direct mathematical approach to tariff determination, which the administration argued would create fairer trade conditions. Furthermore, the strategy was aligned with Trump's America First policy, which prioritized boosting domestic industries and job creation. By making foreign goods more expensive, the administration believed that American manufacturers would gain a competitive edge, leading to increased domestic production and employment. This, in turn, was expected to revitalize key sectors like manufacturing, steel, and automobile production. However, while the formula aimed at achieving economic fairness, its rigidity raised concerns. Critics argued that it did not account for the complexities of global supply chains, where many products imported from one country contained components sourced from multiple nations. Additionally, the heavy reliance on trade deficits as the sole criterion for tariff calculations ignored factors such as investment flows, service trade, and broader economic relationships. Critiques and controversies. This approach was met with considerable criticism from economists and trade experts. Oversimplification. Many argued that the formula was overly simplistic and didn't account for the complexities of global trade. Ignoring macroeconomic factors. Critics pointed out that focusing solely on trade deficits overlooked other vital elements like investment flows, services trade, and currency valuations. Potential for trade wars. The abrupt imposition of high tariffs risked retaliatory measures from affected countries, potentially escalating into broader trade conflicts. Historical context. It's worth noting that the U.S. has previously implemented significant tariff measures, such as the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act of 1930, which raised tariffs on numerous imports. While the contexts differ, both instances underscore the profound impact tariff policies can have on the economy and international relations. Conclusion. Understanding how the U.S. determines its tariff rates reveals the intricate balance between economic strategy and international diplomacy. While the Trump administration's formula aimed to address trade imbalances, it also sparked debates about the effectiveness and repercussions of such an approach. As global trade continues to evolve, the methods by which tariff rates are calculated will undoubtedly remain a topic of significant discussion and analysis. So, this is all for today. I hope this video will answer all your questions. For more videos related to hot trends and fiery news related to the world of finance, subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more.